So I'm Emily Churchwell. I'm a senior. I'm graduating this semester, so a month from now I'm graduating. I'm a biomedical engineer. I specialize in biomechanics, and I'm on Team Brain Trust in the IPPD program.
How long have you been involved with the IPPD program?
This year. So I chose IPPD as my senior design course. So it's a year-long course that we take as kind of our capstone for getting ready for graduation.
Do you have any favorite memories from your year being involved with IPPD?
Probably for my project, we actually got to go and observe neurosurgery live action. So being a biomedical engineer and kind of always wanting to be in the medical environment, it was really amazing to see someone, a little bit scary too, undergo neurosurgery. But since that is our project, it was very essential, and it's just really rewarding to have that end goal in mind, to see that our project could eventually be used to help people in these scenarios, and it was really, really fascinating.
Cool. Do you have any favorite mentors from your academic career here at the University of Florida?
Well, our coach for our project is Dr. Scott Banks, and he's been really awesome. He's been really helpful and just kind of letting us do our own thing, but also providing input if necessary. And he's been really easy to work with. Dr. Frank Bova is also our liaison engineer. He's the one that got us into the operating room and kind of let us get our hands dirty with everything and really get into the meat of what our project is, and he's also been a really great resource.
What do you think makes for the best IPPD student, or what are the top attributes of an IPPD student?
Definitely flexibility. One of the biggest things I've learned is whatever you plan on happening is not going to happen. So time management is another good attribute. And then just be easy to work with. The biggest thing is you're on a team with people from all different engineering backgrounds. So you have to know how to communicate with someone who doesn't have the same skill set as you, and how to use that to your advantage and not kind of clash on that level. And also how to utilize your skills, because sometimes you'll need someone to do something and not everyone on the team knows how. So sometimes you need to stand up and say, hey, I'm willing to learn how to do this thing if you'll help me. And so it's team building has been really important, and I feel like that's what is most useful in preparing you for the real world.
Okay, on the other side of it, what are the best attributes of an IPPD coach or mentor?
Definitely leniency. Obviously, we're all students, so not expecting perfection out of all of us, but encouraging that, trying to get us as close to a realistic goal as possible, and giving us realistic advice that that engineers use, that they use in their own life, but obviously that students can utilize and working on their projects.
What has made this program special to you?
Being able to work with real companies, with the sponsor companies, because generally when you do a senior design project, you're just your professor gives you a fake project essentially that you work on. We're given real projects from real sponsor companies. So I've gotten the opportunity to work with the Department of Neurosurgery. So to get to work on a project that eventually one day may become patented, may be used in the real world, I feel like is really invaluable, and not everyone gets that experience in their undergraduate career.
What would you say to future IPPD students?
Definitely know what you want to do. There's a lot of different projects out there, and they all kind of have their different attributes. Know what your strengths are, and just pick something that you find really interesting, because it's going to be a huge time commitment. It's going to be very difficult. So, you definitely want to pick a project that you can kind of put your heart and soul into, that you're going to be proud of.
And last, I would just ask you, describe IPD in one word.
In one word, I would have to say, enlightening, I guess. Because it really does show you how things work in the real world when you have real deadlines, real projects, working with not just people in your own major. You kind of, all throughout undergrad, you kind of get stuck in the bubble of people within your own discipline. And even I've gone to job interviews, and that's an attribute that they've really found impressive is, when you can come forward and say, I can work with mechanical engineers, software engineers, electrical engineers, and know how to utilize other people's skills. That was a really important skill to gain, and I found that to be the best thing about the program so far.
Well, okay, well, thank you so much for your time, Emily.
Thank you.